Consider yourself this. You're looking at the first female baseball teammate. Yep, it's happening. What's up, everybody? This is Sapphire speaking to you guys, and people say that baseball is for boys. And basically, softball, same banana. Pretty sure softball is the same thing as baseball, but it's most likely the female version of baseball. I don't know, someone remind me, I don't really know about this. But on the serious note, you're looking at the first female player that is joining the school's baseball team. Yeah, you're looking at her alright. But this is pretty much funny to look at, but everyone else has their own limits upon it whatsoever. That people would say otherwise. And this is today's Sapphire Thoughts. Today's Sapphire Thoughts? Joining the baseball team? Or maybe it's just a bit too much of my tomboy personality. Well, yeah. It's more likely my tomboy personality. You can see that into my own damn eyes. To be honest, I've been into the kind of things that everything else had their own serious capabilities, that everyone else had their own ways. Sorry about that. But frankly, I would say that you get the idea. I have no idea about this. That I consider myself to be the last sibling in my family that considers to be into a sports team. And I'm actually one of those last siblings. This sucks. But seriously though, I've seen other people join in different sports teams like soccer, basketball, track, volleyball, frisbee, whatsoever. Considering yourself a female player that is inside the baseball team most of the time, well, on the bright side, at least I benched out. That's the good part, because I don't want to do that much. But then again, I almost got into the inning last week, so oops. But frankly, this is pretty much stupid to look at because of my tomboy personality, and I'm pretty sure that everyone else will be like, Saph, how could you? You're just ruining your girl reputation. Well, I know this sounds a bit sexist, but bear with me. There are many other females that are like this. But is this taking this way too far of my tomboy personality? Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone else will be like that. Listen, I understand that this is pretty much stupid to look at, and bear with me, that's pretty much what everyone else will going to be able to say most of the time, because of my own kind of business that everything else is going to happen that way. And come on, you gotta at least admit, females can do whatever they want, but it depends on to their personality or whatsoever. And I feel a bit, well, I'm criticizing what I'm going to say most of the time, but you have to bear with me. This may be part of whatever I had to do. But then again, I'm just a person who is just rambling all over the place, so you gotta at least forgive me. For at least a while, I've thought of doing this in a tomboy personality, that I might step up into my own tomboy personality more than I step up into my girlish personality. And to be fair, I'm not that kind of person who likes girly stuff. And to be fair, this is why I don't wear makeup most of the time. I never wear makeup, to be honest. But I actually do my hair, it doesn't matter. But then again, people wanted to see me in a dress. I prefer wearing a suit more than a dress. But then again, it's a girl's tradition, so I have to wear a dress. I would say force, but I have to anyways, because I don't want to go through this crazy nonsense. And what is the disadvantage of wearing a suit when you're female? Pretty sure the advantage is never. But frankly, I would say that everything else is going to happen that way. That people are just going through with all this kind of crazy nonsense that's going to happen in my entire life. That people would just say, Saph, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? You gotta be at least a while at least. That people are just being a little bit off of each other. That people just don't even know what to expect. But am I taking this tomboy personality way too far from me? Consider this. I've been hanging around with boys most of the time. I joined in the boys' baseball team, which is really something that everyone else would even seek about, and that was pretty much stupid. And I dress as a boy. You can tell because of all the personalities that I've been doing. Have you seen me with a Maple Leafs jacket? Yeah, that's pretty tomboy much to me. For Pete's sakes, everyone else knows about that kind of nonsense that's going to happen in my entire life, that people would start to say crap about it. Eventually I would say that, but that's kind of a bit cold. frankly, though, I would say that people are just being judgmental about whatever everyone else is thinking of. That, personally, for me, I didn't get criticism for me being a tomboy. Like, I hang around with boys most of the time, then I hang out with girls most of the time. I dress as a boy, I'm playing a sport in a boys' team, and you gotta at least admit, everyone else has their own judgmental things that's gonna happen in their entire lives. You can tell that because I always wear hats most of the time. You can tell that I'm wearing a hat right now. And everyone else will be like, that's what I thought into my entire life. I don't really know if anything else is going to happen most of the time that everyone else would even know about that for the sake of everything else. It's just that it's really stupid that people had just criticized people like that. And if I'm taking this tomboy personality way too far, you gotta at least admit, I can slow down the process. But unfortunately, this tomboy personality will be sticking out to my life. And I am not regretting that. Not one bit. Except that moment where I obviously screwed up on everything else that I hang around with boys most of the time, that I'm actually criticizing myself. That wasn't pretty at all. For at least a while, I would say that everything else is going to be fine. But again, I like to stick to performing more than athletics. And this is the first sports team that I actually participated. Because right now, it's just really something that everyone else would even know about. That people are just going through with all this kind of crazy nonsense that's going to happen in my entire life. And then this tomboy personality of mine's, well, I wouldn't say it's out of control, but I would say that it's kind of dealing with some other crap like that everyone else had no idea about this kind of nonsense is going to happen in my entire life. That the tomboy personality in me that is just wanting to say, hey, you know what? I'd rather do action kind than a romance kind. I'm not a flirty kind of person. Nah, I just keep myself flattered. That does not sound right. But you gotta at least admit that this is pretty much cool to look at, but you gotta at least admit, I'm a female. What do you expect from me going through with all this? To be fair, I'm not bisexual or transgender. But no, I'm not bisexual at all. But I am into like the whole community. I can't remember what is it called. I don't know, but I really don't know. People would say that it's clearly a tomboy personality more than a bisexual personality. And if people call me bisexual, I don't really care at all because, again, with the tomboy personality and me being as female as possible, it's just really something that everyone else would even criticize. And that's just really stupid. But I don't really care about that much because the only thing that I care about is negativity that's going on into my entire life. That I've been through the severe depression mode in the past 3 months right now. Well, not really. It was just like, I don't know. Someone remind me. I know it's May, but at least I got through it in the past 3-4 months already. You gotta at least deal with it. But I don't really know. I don't really know about that kind of nonsense. So in that case, I'm going to end today's video here. So in that case, I'm going to be doing some other stuff like that and some other things, some other crap like that. I don't know what else I'm going to say now. Sorry. Anyways, that's going to be the end of this video. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you want to, I'm not going to force you. And this is Purple Sapphire signing up. I'll see you guys in the next video. Seriously, I don't really understand why in the world I have to go through this confusion and all sorts of crap like that. That everyone else has their own beings, that everyone else has to know whatsoever. That people are just going through with all this. You have to say something in front of me that I can't even hear upon it in my own voice and then just say, well, that's check out the jersey. I'm number 14. I hope this doesn't mirror. If it does, that's embarrassing.